Hello, everybody, and welcome to Maximum Libertarian. I am Brian. I'm joined today by the one and only. What's your
Dean.
name? Ah, there we go.
LP Dean on here. Let me just start off with this. Anything I talk about the Libertarian Party does not is not it's not a vision of the party itself in the state of Virginia or nationally. It's my own views, not those of my party, because I do hold an office. I just want to say that so they can't come after me.
All right, and as always, thank you for joining us. And if this is the first time, please click the subscribe button. It helps us out. Click the notification bell and make a comment. That helps us out. And then what should they do?
Smash that like button. The smasher's back. Obviously being the chair. The smasher's back.
Right. Smash that like button, share it with your friends, and follow us on Twitter at We Are MaxLib. As you can see, it's rolling under there. Well, today, Dean, what I wanted to talk about real quick, Joe Manchin of
West
the
Virginia.
West Virginia, he's a great senator. Well, guess what he did? He blocked Build Back Better.
He told Joe Biden to fuck Joe Biden.
All right. And now, what do you think about that, Dean?
Well, let me tell you what I think. I think it's a brave thing to do. Well, here's the thing. West Virginia's red. We all know that. They're Republican, pretty strong Republican in most areas. So he is doing good by his constituents because he's listening to his constituents in a way that he's telling Joe Biden and the Socialist Democratic Party that the majority of them are. I would say he's the probably non-socialist Democrat right now, based that he wants to tell them to take that plan and shove it. So quite frankly, he's more of a Republican than he is a Democrat. But as we say in our party, they're all the same. But I think it's a good thing that he's doing that for the fact that there's so much garbage and pork in that damn bill. I wouldn't want to touch it.
Well, that's what I wanted to add. The answer that you gave me is really what I'm hearing from a lot of people. Okay, they're celebrating that he blocked Build Back Better, but the problem is Joe Manchin has offered up his own Build Back Better. So let's pull that up real quick. And as you can see, it includes universal pre-kindergarten, Obamacare expansion, but no child tax credit. But that's
I missed this story, so that makes me I take back my words of him acting less socialist.
A lot of people have missed this story because there's no difference between what Joe Manchin is trying to put up and what Joe Biden is trying to put up. The only thing is Joe Biden wants to do 2.1 trillion and Manchin wants to do what, 1.8. And so in turn,
no real difference. All he's really doing is playing into Bernie Sanders and the AOC's hands.
Well, no, this is playing. This is why people should see and not get fooled by the media or anyone that's saying, "Oh, he's this guy who's fighting for liberty and freedom and stuff like that."
I never said that.
No, not you. But there's a lot of people that do. Let's go down in this article here, and as you can see,
makes you wonder if he's going to run for president, because that's something that a bold thing to do if you're going to run for office, like a bigger office.
Right. Well, just right here in the first article, it talks about, as I said, the universal pre-kindergarten funded for full 10 years, as well as the expansion of the Affordable Care Act and hundreds of billions of dollars to address climate change. A person with direct knowledge of the matter confirmed. So there's really not much difference that he's left out. As you can see right here, the West Virginia had a roughly $1.8 trillion proposal in the discussion last week. Now, really, do you honestly think they're not going to push some garbage through that's going to change everything? It's going to hurt the poor. It's going to hurt the middle class. It's going to hurt the rich. Everybody is going to be affected because you have brain dead idiots like this gentleman, like AOC, like the voters that continue to just vote for this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I tell you what bugs me. It's like you see this guy. He was probably lighting himself up to try to be for president, which is awful. I mean, this whole we're in enough trouble. We don't need to be giving universal anything to anybody right now. I mean, yes, the poorest of the poor do need a social safety net. I believe that. I mean, that's just a classical liberal's view on and libertarianism on that. But everybody and their mom shouldn't be getting, universal health care, free college. I mean, we're all paying for this. Our debt is, they just raised the debt ceiling. I mean, this is ridiculous. We're just keep pushing ourselves further and further and further back. We'll never get out of this. A dollar's worth jack shit right now. And quite frankly, this nation's going to collapse, economically collapse at this rate because of this. Nobody has the balls to stand up and say, no, we're not going to do this. We're not going to raise the debt ceiling. We're going to learn to stay within our means and ways and start putting money back towards what they owe instead of just coming up with all these crazy plans.
That is what you should be doing. We should really look when you have Republicans who go, let's cut taxes. That's good. I think everyone should have their taxes cut. Everyone. But the thing is, when you cut the taxes, you've got to cut the spending. That's a lot of times what the Republicans don't do. Democrats, they want to raise spending, and at the same time, they want to raise the taxes. So
there's no difference. I mean, you can't continue to raise taxes on people. I mean, people's taxes are going to raise.
Well,
and I'll tell you, we need to hold Glenn Youngkin in this state to his feet. He said he get rid of the grocery tax. Let's see it.
Well, he did. Well, by him saying that, our current governor, Ralph Northam, has proposed to get rid of the grocery tax. The only reason he's doing it is to take steam out from Glenn Youngkin. And you got to give credit to Mr. Youngkin, the governor-elect, because without him saying that I'm going to do this, and then also gaining the House here in Virginia, the House of Delegates.
But also socially, you have socialist cities like Roanoke who are putting a 5-cent grocery bag tax in place. So now you have 5 cents for every grocery bag you use.
That's a whole nother story, and we can get into that. Once again, it's very much like most people who argue about climate change. Yes, they want to have a clean environment. They want to have no gas-powered cars. But what they are going to do is they're going to hurt the poor, the middle class, not so much the rich, because Jeff Bezos, the Mark Zuckerbergs, people like that will gladly be able to fly on their engine power, their combustible engine airplanes and things of that nature, while we're having to use mass transit.
I
want to discuss about the way we have to mine for the lithium, and once the batteries are used up, where do we put them at? Oh, we're going to put them into a landfill that'll seep into our water supply. See, really, let's be honest, a lot of these folks don't want to discuss it. If they want to discuss it, then we're going to talk about, let's bring out everything. My belief is we bring out everything we put. If we say nuclear power, we could say battery power, we could say coal power, whatever the case, and then we can start working. When you immediately say, nuclear is garbage, nuclear has changed, and we would be so advanced with that. That's some of the cleanest energy we can get. But because we've put it on hold, we've now got what we've got,
Yeah, I mean, this plan that Manchin has is more like the Green New Deal than anything, if you read it.
Well, as you can see up here at the top, let's see if this top of this article, it says, hundreds of billions of dollars to address the climate. So that's exactly what it is. Now, what I wanted to say also, as I said initially, was let's go over here. Corporate donations pour into Manchin's PAC ahead of final no on Build Back Better. See, So now you've got all of these major corporations pouring donations into his political action campaign. He's going to build this fund up, you know,
Yep.
and that way when he runs for reelection,
Or
he's got
president.
a whole lot of money put in there. And because people are sitting here going, "Oh, Joe Manchin, he stopped Manchin, excuse me, he stopped the Build Back Better plan." Reality is he didn't. He just made a smaller bill, but it's still going to hurt the exact people. You know, what would be your suggestion to anybody on here that's wanting to funnel money into that super PAC? What would you say, real quick?
I would rather burn your money than put it in that. I'm telling you. I'd rather
Or
take a stack of ones and light the son of bitches on fire before I would put money into this.
instead
Or
of
you can be smart and you can donate to your local affiliates to the Libertarian
there we
Party,
go,
and
there we
that is going to give you more power than putting money into this piece of garbage.
actually correct.
But I mean,
Actually,
if there was
well,
no way to give to the Libertarian Party, I would say burn your money. But no,
well,
we need your money here in the Libertarian Party
yes,
of Virginia,
yes.
locally in the affiliates and nationally.
If you
Please
can't
stay. If you're in
look,
Virginia, please stay and try to
you
donate
know what you
locally
do?
or donate to the state. The state. Do not donate to the national. I don't say do not donate to the national, but do not donate as much to the national as you do to the state. Because if you're in a state, we need your help a little bit more. They don't give us any money. We try to do things in our state to make our state better, which will affect national in a good way. But please, I don't say don't give money to the national, but if you're in your state, give money to your state first and your local affiliates first, because they're the ones that are doing the change and the groundwork. I really don't want to go into the LNC and that garbage that's been going on there, and that's one of the
There's no
reasons I'm
reason
telling you.
well, let's stay focused on this topic here, because once again you have individuals. So let's go back real quick. Senator Joe Manchin, he blocked Build Back Better. Okay, terrific. But the proposals that he had was almost just as bad. It's just like a little bit, a few $1 billion from being Build Back Better. And then you've got corporate donations and individuals who do not.
And we know why those corporations are putting money in there, because they're getting the benefits to reap from the benefits that
Right.
he's going to give in his plan.
The Libertarian Party came. The problem, and Dr. Lark once said, the reason that the LP don't get donations is because we can't make promises to people. Joe Manchin will make promises to people that we can't. Or like as I told one of my friends, we were discussing politics once at that time, and I said, the only thing that you deserve is a fair shake. You don't deserve to get extra funds or a tax break or anything just because of the color of your skin or who you are or whatever. Everyone should be able to be on the same playing field, and everyone gets the same tax breaks. Everyone gets the same thing. That's the only thing. So if you win, congratulations. If you lose, I'm sorry. I hope you're able to try again.
And here's the other thing: it's like, look who I ran against. I mean, he's sitting there in a shitload of cash right now. He didn't spend a whole lot of it. He's sitting in a whole crap load of cash because he had a challenger for once. You know, it's sad. I mean, it's just, I'm happy when this redistricting's done, especially if they go with I'm not happy with the maps. I mean, we went from having a decent map to garbage again. And the only thing I do like is I do see they're trying to put Roanoke County and Roanoke City together in parts, which that's beautiful. But out here they're splitting Bedford County again in 2 ways. I'm like, why can't you just stick with the one where it's all one county is in one district? But
right.
Furthermore, what would happen there is I would not have to deal with him anymore as my delegate. I would have to deal with Kathy Byron. So who knows? It's just
let's finish up real quick with this thing here. And as I said, this is one of the worst parts that I personally see, and is the tax credit for children. So individuals with a child, I know it's different prices. I think it's under what 6. They get from like 1 to 6. It's like $300 a month, and then it's from 6 to 18, it's like 250 or something. A lot of Democrats are wanting to give that to everybody who with children. So and that was one thing that he did say, is he wanted to make sure that no one, I believe, over $200,000 would get that thing. But I think a lot of people shouldn't be getting it, and it really frustrates me. Now, granted, I don't have any children,
Me neither.
but and I don't what this is going to cause. What this is pretty much, the tax credit is, honest to God, and I'll discuss this on a later video that I'm working on. It is us, the voter, being bribed for peanuts. Okay, that's what it is. This tax credit is a bribe from politicians. So, and because no one's who's collecting this part-time job money, is going to go, oh, please stop paying me. They're going to say, give me $300 a month, give me $250. I would be saying that if I was in that thing, because I know how it is. Who doesn't want that? But at the same time, I'm also understanding that money is going to, you keep printing money, it's going to die. But luckily, we can bring this up. Let me bring this up onto the screen real quick. The Biden administration sounds open to working with Romney. Oh, that's a surprise. Mitt Romney has said he calls for bipartisan approach to the child tax credit payments. Is that a shock to you, Dean?
Well, they're all the same, Democrats and Republicans, but
Oh, yeah.
but
And
is it a shock that he's talking to Mitt? Mama jeans? Yeah, it kind of is kind of weird. I think his medicines need to be changed.
well, no, I don't think it's. What do you mean? It's weird that he's talking to Mitt Romney?
Yeah, it's not normal.
Yeah, oh, no. It's normal. Mitt Romney is a blue governor who ran as a Republican. That's how he won in Massachusetts. He was pretty much he's the godfather of Obamacare with Romney Care. He's not well liked, but he's over in Utah, and I understand. And to throw away his Mormon, I think there's probably a lot of Mormons out there that are good people. The
Yeah, but
problem
I
is
think they probably want to burn him on the stake if you think about
he's
it.
a horrible politician. And as you can see, he wants that the White House says that they'll work with anybody to help if it's on child care or elder care or health care. And Mitt Romney's going to work tirelessly to make sure this gets pushed through.
He's going to tirelessly to make sure he screws every single American in his pocket.
Right. Because why? Exactly what I just said. He wants to buy your vote. So, well, that's it that I've got up on the screen. I'm going to
I've got something on my screen that I shared earlier with you.
All right. So let's bring up Dean's thing real quick.
There you go. You're looking at the political thing when you take like quizzes, and there you see right Libertarian, and you see bald eagle smashes window at Virginia's tax office and then flies off. What a Libertarian that is, right there.
That is a perfect. That's a perfect thing of what
that bald eagle should have a big gold L sitting on its chest.
It should. Like I said, but what I wanted just to bring to people's attention, I think, with this video is just because sometimes politicians block a bill, sometimes you got to look at the underlying thing. Also, you got to look at what they're offering in return for it, because what he offered up to President Biden and the Democrats was just as bad as what they were offering up to the American people.
It was not like it said. It was not like it said. We're going to reduce spending and reduce debt. That's not what it said. So
I guess Dean was right. Anyone that wants to donate to Joe Manchin, please don't do it. make a donation. If there's no libertarians running in your area, you find those that inspire you. If it's Larry Sharp in New York City, if it's Angel, McCuddle in Los Angeles, she's running for LNC chair. If you want to vote, if you want to vote for
Harley's
state, like here in the state of Virginia, or to your local affiliate, that's where it would be more beneficial than an actual. And then look, if you say, hey, I don't like no one in the Libertarian Party, what you need to do is find individuals that are fighting for freedom and liberties, because what will happen if we continue down this road, well, it's already happening, as you can see with these vaccine mandates. You're having Washington, D.C., Chicago, New York City, anyone that's not vaccinated being not allowed to go to gyms, go to grocery stores, go to restaurants, go to entertainment things. That's a travesty. We should be fighting against that. And I hope the LP will put out a massive statement and say, this is completely wrong. This is ass backwards, and we do not accept it. And I don't think citizens should be civil disobedience on that nonsense.
Bottom line is, they shouldn't be taking your right away if you don't have your vaccine to going to these places. Are they allowed to mandate you to have to wear a mask in their place? Yes. If they're a private business, they have all the right in the world to do that.
I think, look, and I'm a big believer. Me and you have talked about the mask, but there's actually a discussion that should be held. Is mask? Look, New York, they are being mandated to have people wear masks on airliners. The CEOs of these airliners came out and said our air is filtered so much that it's cleaner than it is down here on the ground. But they're having to force their customers, the people, passengers, to wear masks. And we should have
their choice.
No, that's not that's the government trying to horse shit. And
that's why I'm just saying it's a choice of the companies.
And I think we could end on this. I do think businesses should not get your business if they are actively participating in this nonsense. I would say don't help them. There is a poll out. I was listening to Tim Pool podcast. I love that show. I think he does amazing work. But they talked about it. The right wing people on the right, if there is someone they disagree with, they will still support that business. People on the left will not support someone on the right. And I think the LP or any freedom lover out there should really look at it. And if that company is not pushing freedom and liberty and is actively working to do something that the government can't do it, but they can force a business to do it, and that's BS.
Yeah. And this comment was brought to you by Brian Heiner for City Council.
Yeah, that's me for City Council here soon. I can tell you that. But all right, Dean, we'll be back on very soon. So once again, thank you. I hope you stayed with us up until all the way through. Please click the subscribe button. It helps us out. If you have any comments, make sure you comment. And then
if you don't agree with us.
Oh yeah. Hey, if you agree with us, put it in the comment. If you disagree with us, put us in the comment. But what else should they do, Dean?
Smash the like button.
Smash the like button. Click that notification bell. And if we don't see you again till after the holidays, Merry Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
Happy New Year's. And if you study anything else, Happy Kwanzaa or whatever else you may believe in. But Merry Christmas, everybody.
Absolutely. And until next time, I'm Brian.
And I'm Dean.
We'll see you later. Good night.